Hey everybody, this is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce right here for the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. How are you today? Okay. Now, the thing that I want to say, first of all, congratulations to Kaepernick, signed with the 49ers, up to $126 million for a 6-year contract, guaranteed $60 million. Awesome! Because I'm a big San Francisco. I'm a big fan. Okay. I grew up in California, so I'm kind of partial. You know what I mean? So congrats to Kaepernick. Other thing is, we have a lot of things going on, and I want to get your take in an email. freeamericaradio@usa.com, and here's what it's about. The town where Bergdahl lived canceled a huge, welcome home party and all that kind of crap because of the, the town says, we just don't have the money or the infrastructure to be doing that. No, I think it has a lot to do with social media. It has a lot to do with what has been said and the fact that now his former colleagues or his former, friends in the military that were with him, that knew him, probably weren't with him on the day that it happened, but that knew him are saying that there was something different about him. There was just something that wasn't right about him. But, and it didn't, from one thing that I saw, it didn't surprise him at all that he took off, So, having that said, my question to you is, and I'd like to have your email, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. I'd like to know, the question is Bergdahl a traitor? My answer to that is yes. That's just bottom line, yes. Lots of things going on today, lots of things happening on this 5th of June 2014. So I hope that you're doing well today on this day after hump day. I believe it's the day after hump day. Yes, it is. Because all the days just go. They just go all together, man. After a while, you're just like, hey, I woke up. What day is it? Who cares? I woke up. Here, hang on. I love coffee, man. Have you ever made yourself some coffee and you take a little sip and you're there and you're like, holy crap, this is really good. I've drank coffee before, but this is like really something. I don't know. Is it your taste buds? What happened during the night? Did something mystical happen during the night where the coffee you made for months and months and months, you didn't really tell, but you have a cup one day and you're like, oh my God, this is just fantastic. It's amazing. I'm having one of those days, folks. I've had some really amazing epiphanies the last 24 hours, so I'll share those here in a bit. But right now I want you to know that you can go to the WayneSPierceShow.weebly.com site, and you can also email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. That's freeamericaradio@usa.com. And folks, I shall be back right after this.
No elitist drivel, no media spin. Logic over emotion, fact over fiction. The home of independent conservative thought. The Conservative Voice with your host, Jeff Wagner, only on the Conservative Radio Network.
Listen to Angel Clark Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Radio Freedom News Network. RadioFreedom.us.
Welcome back, folks. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast for the 5th of June, 2014. How are you today. It's Thursday. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Well, okay, maybe we shouldn't lie to ourselves. Maybe we should accept the fact that we're not responsible enough to have people in Washington, D.C. that actually give a crap about who we are. You know? Anyway, hey, I want to give you this. I am going to drudgereport.com, and I feel that there is I'm going to say this because I feel that there are people out there who absolutely positively don't really care. Okay? They just don't really give a crap about what's going on in our world today. And what is interesting to me is that they'll look at me in the face and say, "Oh, I care. I have." But when you question them about certain things, about what's going on in our world, they'll just say, "Well, I don't know enough about it." In other words, you can tell that they have absolutely no clue and refuse to have one. So I just want to say that. And I don't know what that has to do with this next article that I want to read from Fox News, but it's interesting to note that what we put into our bodies usually doesn't help much. In other words, all the junk and the crap. And basically what we put in our minds causes our bodies to kind of tweak out a little bit and go, what? And yeah, it goes. I can go into detail about that, but I've only got an hour, so, so check it out. Hey, let me steer you off into this direction. How about this from Fox News? Lauren Grush over there said, now, here's a big thing. I am all for, because of certain elements in my past and because of certain ways that I've learned about certain things in my life and certain things going on around me that I do not refuse to talk about and to understand what's going on. I've learned a great deal from some very incredibly smart people. Okay? And smarter than me, yeah. And I'm a very well-educated individual myself. But looking at the health issues, I try to get to the gym a couple times a week. Sometimes I don't make it. Maybe once. And so I'm not the best fit person in the world, I don't believe, but I do believe I am not the most fit person in the world. My grammar school teacher and my English teacher would probably be rolling over in their graves right now. But that's another story. So I've talked to a lot of people, and we see this big push for legalizing, decriminalizing marijuana. I don't mind. Do it. Just, do it. And it's not a state issue, even though the subject is within each state. I believe that on a national level, there should be one signature on one document that's a paragraph long that says decriminalize it, legalize it, and there you go. But on the opposite end of that scale, they don't want it decriminalized, the government, the states, all of that. They don't want it decriminalized or legalized because it makes more money for the state. What? Yes. It does. Because if you're, caught and arrested for marijuana possession, you're thrown in jail, you got to pay all those fines, blah, blah. It's revenue generation for the state. So who's making the money? Okay, certainly isn't the dealer, is it? But for a little while, maybe. But then, he gets caught and has to pay thousands of dollars in fines and cannot have a gun. That's another thing in the news. If you're caught, with drugs or what, you cannot get a gun. Legally, but you just can't have one. So that's a violation of our Second Amendments right there. FoxNews.com. Let me get on with this and stop rambling. Marijuana use may affect the size and shape of men's sperm. Isn't that always wonderful? Holy crap, I never knew. Smoking marijuana, this is from Lauren Gush, posted today at foxnews.com. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate that very much. Marijuana is what it is. It's a plant. And it's a very medically beneficial plant. Okay? Go look at all the studies proving the positive medical benefits of cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Look at all of that. It is incredibly medically beneficial. And some doctors, which are on the state dole and paid for by government, are going to tell you no, but ignore them. They don't know. I've looked into this. I've read documents. I've read people in the alternative, even in the holistic areas of medicine. And they're saying, on one end it's really beneficial, on the other end you'll get arrested if you have it. So what kind of bullcrap is that? You know what I'm saying? So let me go on here. Smoking marijuana may affect the size and quality of men's sperm, ultimately putting their fertility at risk, new research shows. In a study published in the medical journal Human Reproduction, researchers analyzed many different lifestyle factors that could possibly have an impact on male fertility. The study was the largest of its kind, examining how habits such as smoking and drinking alcohol affected men's sperm size and shape, also known as sperm morphology. According to the researchers, marijuana use was the only habit they studied to be strongly associated with abnormal sperm morphology. Quote, "We weren't really interested in the cannabis angle at all," unquote, Dr. Alan Pacey, senior lecturer in andrology at the University of Sheffield in England, told FoxNews.com. Quote, "We were interested in trying to best define the risks of sperm quality. We recruited a couple of thousand guys who gave us a sperm sample and allowed us to investigate aspects of their lives. It was just one of those things we asked if they did. It was no more detailed than that." Unquote. For their study, Pacey and his team recruited more than 2,000 men with 14 fertility clinics, or from 14 fertility clinics in England, giving them detailed questionnaires about their medical history and lifestyle habits. For reference on proper sperm morphology, the researchers used guidelines published by the World Health Organization, which detail what normal sperm should look like and the exact dimensions normal sperm should be. Sperm with abnormal morphology are thought to swim less well than normal sperm, making it harder to reach a woman's egg and fertilize it. Reliable sperm morphology data was only available in 1,970 of the men recruited and of this group. 1,652 men produced normal samples of sperm, meaning over 4% of their sperm was the right shape and size. The other 318 men had abnormal samples, meaning less than 4% of their sperm morphology was correct. When cross-analyzing the sperm samples with the men's lifestyle habits and other factors, the researchers found only two strong correlations. The men with abnormal sperm samples were nearly twice as likely to have... Now, this is weird, okay? Just check this out. Hold on here. Just check this out. I'm going to read this paragraph, so just check this out. This is really strange. Check this out. And I'm going to post this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page, but I'm going to read this paragraph, and then you need to read the rest of it. When cross-analyzing the sperm samples with men's lifestyle habits and other factors, the researchers found only two strong correlations. The men with abnormal sperm samples were nearly twice as likely to have ejaculated during the summer months from June to August, and they were much more likely to have abnormal sperm if they had smoked cannabis in the 3 months prior to ejaculating. Although their study didn't examine why marijuana may impact sperm shape, some preliminary studies have revealed that the drug could alter the sperm production process. I'm going to put this up on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page because it's a pretty lengthy article. But I want you to go check that out. Seriously. Because it's interesting. Okay? It is very, very, very interesting to consider what this whole thing, this whole study would result in. I mean, it's amazing to me. It really is. Because what we put into our bodies, literally, I would think, would affect other things happening in our bodies, would it not? I mean, why don't you test it out yourself? Take a whole bunch of chocolate and eat it for 30 days and find out how your body reacts when it doesn't have it for 30 days. So in the next 60 days, go check that out. Find out what happens. It's really strange. I've seen studies on the effects of pharmaceutical drugs on the body and how this reacts and how that reacts and mood swings and all this. So let me bottom line my opinion in this fashion for you to understand. It is this: why put the poison in your body? Now, with marijuana, again, like I said before, there are medically beneficial, attributes to, marijuana in small doses. I mean, go examine the information. It's all out there. In small percentages and small doses, you will have more benefits from, cannabis or whatever, and cannabis oil than you will if you just sit there and want to get high. You know what I mean? It's basically the same thing with alcohol. Again, poison in your body. But if you drink too much of it, your body's going to react. And grabbing the toilet and driving that porcelain bus is not something that you want to do, okay? So again, bottom line, why put the poison in your body? You know what I'm saying? Why eat junk food? Why do that? It's all out of... I don't know what it is. Psychologists will tell you what it is, but, in my opinion, it's just out of sheer boredom. It's out of sheer loss. There's a lot of reasons why people have food addictions, alcohol addictions, drug addictions. Why? You know what I mean? So why put the poison in your body? So, on to the next article here. Now, I really cannot tell you why, because I have no clue, why this whole thing with illegal immigration is huge. I don't know how it got that big, but I also have to ask, why are we not addressing this situation as a whole, as a huge problem in this country? Now, as you know, I'll go to a break here in just a moment, and we can talk about this because, it's a problem. It is a huge, huge, huge problem for the people that live here, that want to work, that want to have jobs, that are undermined by our own government to allow people to come into our country illegally to take the jobs that we want. Now, here we are, facing this situation again. President Reagan signed an amnesty bill in 1986, and here we are, years later, almost 30 years later, dealing with the same thing. So, Free America Radio at USA.com is the email. I shall return right after this. Waking up the masses. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for your consumption. Waking up the masses. News and views concerning the New World Order. Waking up the masses. Join Bob Brutus as he pulls back the curtain on the esoteric agenda which has been in play for a millennia. Waking up the masses. WakingUpTheMasses.com. The truth is out there. You just have to look for it. It is most often buried beneath what could be considered mainstream news. You're being fooled into thinking they have the answers. They don't. Come listen to The Views Expressed, Free America Radio, broadcasting live on Spreaker.com. Hey folks, welcome back to the Wayne S. Pierce Show right here on the Free America Radio Network. You can go to freeamericaradio.us or email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. That would be the website, freeamericaradio.us, and the email is freeamericaradio@usa.com. I'm glad you're listening to this. I ask people all the time to email me, let me know where you're listening to this show from, and all of that. And I really, your support is definitely, appreciated. And I do. I appreciate it. If you like this show, you can also donate to keep the show up and running and all of that, if you can. If you want to sponsor the show, you can do that. Very cheap rates, I'm telling you. It's not going to break your budget. You can go to the Wayne S. Pierce Show, click on the sponsors page, and that's all you're going to be paying right there. That's it. Done. If you want to do that every month, you can. If you want to, do 3 months or whatever, you can do that. We can work something out. Not a big deal. I'm flexible. But those are the rates per month. So, if you have any questions, please email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. And again, you can also donate if you don't want to sponsor. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the support. What else? Well, let's stay on Drudge Report. Let's see what else they got over there. How about this? From azcentral.com. Now, I talked about before the break a little bit about immigration, and I believe that we need not comprehensive immigration reform, because all that means is open borders. I mean, go look at the wording of that. It's, that's what it is. I mean, the Republicans and Democrats and, whatever that crap is going on in Washington, they want open borders and it will cause you people to lose your jobs. Because if you're making $10, $12, $15 an hour, they're going to hire illegal immigrants for half that. So you're going to be out of a job. And don't give me this crap that, that's not how it works. Really? Why is it if you have more of something, the price doesn't go down? You see what I'm saying? Supply and demand, human resource. Yeah, you're a human resource. Why do you think they call it that? Because America, the United States specifically, is a corporation. That's why they call it human resource, because I don't care if you're an illegal immigrant or a legal immigrant or, naturalized or born and raised here. You are a commodity to this corporation we call the United States of America. The Act of 1871 shows that. So, and also the New Deal of 1933. So anyway, check it out, man, if you don't believe me. I believe everybody ought to get into the back of the line and do it right. Well, it's going to take me years, blah, blah. I don't care. You don't jump the board. Hey, I don't go to your country, do I? And just expect the country, your home country, to take care of me and give me free stuff, do I? No, that's stupid. Okay? I wouldn't do that to Canada or Mexico. That's just dumb. By the way, there is over 2.5 million Americans married to Mexican nationals who live in Mexico. Did you know that? There are, I don't know what the number is, but there's also a huge amount of U.S. citizens married to Canadian women or men and live in Canada. Did you know that? When I found that out, I'm going, what? That's, don't know. From azcentral.com. Food, Water, Smiles greet immigrants shipped to Arizona. Scores of undocumented immigrants from Central America have been released at Greyhound Lines Incorporated bus stations in Tucson and Phoenix over the past several days after they were flown to Arizona from South Texas. Now, let me read this and you make up your own mind. I'll put this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page. The door of the Department of Homeland Security bus opened and about 40 undocumented immigrants with Central America, from Central America staggered out into the oven-like 110-degree heat. Almost all the immigrants were women traveling with young children, some as young as 2 months old. They looked tired and beaten down, having spent weeks traveling through Central America and Mexico trying to cross the U.S. border illegally. The somber scene was suddenly shattered by a woman yelling almost gleefully, "Bienvenidos a Phoenix," Cindy Whitmore cried out, waving her arms in the air like a tourist greeter. And I don't speak Spanish, so I can't translate that for you, but they did, azcentral.com. Welcome to Phoenix. We have drinks and food inside the station. This is what what the translation is of that. I'll put this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page for you to read. It's a pretty lengthy article, and it goes into, it goes into a lot of things, as a matter of fact. But from the information that I've received and that I've read on several different websites, I can tell you this much, that those countries that these illegals come from are a hell of a lot worse than the United States. I'm telling you. So, I mean, what do we do, folks? I mean, this is something that is a major issue in the United States, and I have seen a vast majority of people say close the border. I say close the border. Why? Because of a lot of reasons. And here's the main one. What part of the United States of America is broke don't these people understand? I want them to get in the back of the line to do it legally. I'll shake your hand. We'll go out for a drink. Not a big deal. You do it legally, I'll buy you dinner. No big deal. But you come over here illegally, you jump the border, you dig a tunnel, whatever. Send your butt back home. Put you in the back of the line. Do it the right way. It's common sense. Now, of course, people want to get away from their countries that are socialist, fascist, dictatorial countries, and they want to get away because they feel that their life is in danger. Okay, then go to your consulate, go to the embassies and say, hey, look, I feel like my life is in danger if I stay in this country any longer. And make way, the right way, to get to another country of your choice. I don't see anything wrong with that. But close the borders on America because we have to get this $18 trillion debt, eliminated before we can help anybody else out. And we're still going to help people out, So, I don't know. That's my feeling. I don't mind people coming over to America seeking a better life. That's fine. Do it legally. I don't mind that. I'll meet you at the border, shake your hand, and welcome you here. It's okay. It's fine. You do it legally, okay? I don't have a problem with immigration. I have a problem with illegal immigration. So do it the right way. It's common sense. Anyway, folks, I'm going to stay on Drudge Report, look at some headlines there as well, but you can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. Go to the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page, or go to the website, thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com for more information, and if you want to donate or sponsor this show, please do. It's right there on the website, thewaynesPierceShow.weebly.com. I shall return right after this message. This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce from the Free America Radio Network. Prepare yourself for the unexpected. Have an emergency food supply available when you need it. You never know when the next power outage or natural disaster will happen. Are you prepared when it does? Go to Free America Radio Network website and click on the Store tab and get your emergency food supply now. Go to freeamericaradio.us. A natural disaster could happen at any time. Be prepared. Go to freeamericaradio.us and click on the Store tab to get your emergency food supply today. That's freeamericaradio.us and click on the Store tab and prepare in case something happens. For all you independent artists, musicians, and filmmakers, there is a place for you. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Go to radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com. Mainstream science argues that if something can't be touched, measured, quantified, and duplicated in a laboratory, then it doesn't exist. According to this worldview, reality is an unconscious, non-personal mass of matter, which leaves no room for the existence of spiritual or unexplained phenomena. But is that all there really is to reality? Marie D. Jones and Larry Flaxman don't think so, and after reading this book, neither will you. In The Grid, paranormal investigators and best-selling authors Jones and Flaxman present their theory of the grid, a divine superstructure that includes multiple levels of existence, the entirety of which makes up our reality. Jones and Flaxman will show you how to release the limiting belief that this is all there is once and for all by exploring the grid, expanding your awareness, and empowering your life in the process. Reality, dear friend, will never be the same again. The Grid, Exploring the Hidden Infrastructure of Reality by Marie D. Jones and Larry Flaxman. Available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. Welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. I will be live tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, right here on the Free America Radio Network. You can go to thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com for more information. Let's go back to the Drudge Report, shall we? Are we good? Yes. By the way, want to remind folks that I have another little something on the Free America Radio Network, a little something that just takes you away from everything going on, a little entertainment for you. It's called the Eastland Radio Repertory Theater, and I have public domain shows on there from Mercury Theater, which is Orson Welles and stuff like that, and I'm looking for voice actors because I'm currently writing a script or continuing to write episodes on a story that I developed, and so I need your input and your voice and writers and other folks. So it's Eastland Radio Repertory Theater. Let me get that right. Eastland Radio Repertory Theater on Spreaker.com under the Free America Radio Network banner there. And also voice actors are needed. And if you are into doing that and want to do that, please contact me at eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. That's eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. And it's just something else to put on your resume. Okay, if you're an actor. Attention actors, attention. Anyway, it's Eastland Radio Repertory Theater, looking for voice actors for a current project I'm working on. So if you're interested, please send your audition clips to eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. Thank you very much. Also, Over on wakingupthemasses.com, that's wakingupthemasses.com, you can check out Live Truth Radio with your host Brian Lang, and you can also check out 2 shows, Waking Up the Masses and Kicking the Capstone with your host Bob Brutus. That's over on wakingupthemasses.com. Now, I'm over here at Drudge Report, so let me get this out right now. I'm going to say this. Now, I'm going to go to my Facebook page because I've asked a question. And I'm going to post this from my Facebook page to the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page. And I wrote this: CEOs make millions. Why? What justifies that kind of payday for a CEO? Walmart, for one, and there's more than that, make billions around the world, but do not pay their employees in the stores enough money to even buy food. And my English teacher would go completely bonkers if she saw how I wrote that. I'm editing it now as we speak. So, Walmart, for one, and there's more than that, make billions around the world, but do not pay their employees in their stores, enough money to even buy food. Most are on some kind of state aid. Why? Raise the minimum wage? No. Abolish it. Pay a fair market living wage per region. Also, implement a flat tax. Nothing fair about it. Pay employees what the position is worth nationally, not what the person is worth according to the company. There is a big difference. And I'll dovetail that into the Guardian.com article that says Walmart moms walk off the job in protest at pay and conditions. Strikes in 20 cities come as new report shows top Walmart bosses received, get this folks, $104 million in taxpayer subsidies over 6 years. Susan Jaffe, Walmart's women can't live better like this. This is another one. The working mothers at Walmart staged a series of strikes on Wednesday in protest over wages and conditions at the world's largest retailer. As a new report claims, the company's top executives received $104 million in taxpayer subsidies over a 6-year period. The majority of the mothers working at Walmart, which drew in $16 billion in profits last year, earn less than $25,000 a year. This week, a study by think tank Demos detailed how 1.3 million women working in retail live on or near the poverty line. It said that if the major retailers in the U.S. raised wages to the equivalent of $25,000 for a full-time work, it could lift almost 500,000 women out of poverty or near poverty. Quote-unquote Walmart moms walked off their jobs to take part in protests outside their stores in a number of cities, including Orlando and Chicago, joining those who have already staged strikes earlier this week in Dallas, Pittsburgh, Southern California, and the Bay Area. Strikes were expected to take place in 20 cities on Wednesday. The protesters, who include current Walmart workers as well as members of the Allegiance R. Walmart, are demanding annual wages of at least $25,000, more full-time openings, and an end to retaliation against workers who speak out against their conditions. Earlier this year, the National Labor Relations Board filed a complaint against Walmart for, it said, illegally retaliating against 60 workers who had taken part in a legally protected strikes or protests. Mother of 3, Linda Haluska, 52, who works in a Walmart store in Glenwood, told The Guardian she was traveling to the protest in Chicago. Haluska has worked for the company for 8.5 years and now earns $28,000. She said she was striking in solidarity with others who earn less and what she described as worsening conditions at the company. Haluska works the night shift at the store's health and beauty department and supplements her income by working as a teaching assistant during the school term. Quote, I started off at the bottom like everyone else, but I've seen things change. The erratic scheduling, the lack of flexibility, it's hard to get a day off when you want. They make it very clear that Walmart comes first. Your job is always on the line, unquote. Haluska said that some of her co-workers on the night shift who can't afford cars have to wait outside for up to an hour for a bus to arrive, a situation some staff said was potentially dangerous. Workers and their trade union supporters are currently making their way to Bentonville, Arkansas, where the annual Walmart shareholders meeting is expected to take place on Friday. I'm going to post this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page for all you to read. And I want to say this. I'm going to say this to all you company CEOs and executives. I don't give a crap what you think. If your heart is not for the workers and paying them a living wage, close your damn doors. Because you're not worth a nickel. You understand me? Now, I've studied business. Matter of fact, went to college for it. So I know the ins and outs academically. What you guys can and cannot do. Now, I don't want to hear a company saying, well, hey, look, we made $10 million last year. And we now have an option to get an IPO on the stock market. And you're paying your people minimum wage? Shut your big damn cake hole, CEO, and start paying these people what that position nationally is worth, not what you think that individual is worth in that position. Your profits are going to rise when you have happy employees. And here's the other thing, number two, here's the other thing. First, number one, pay your people a living wage. Secondly, if that person says, I can only work from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 in the afternoon because they have either their own business in the afternoon or they have to pick up their kids or they have to go pick up their husbands or wives or whatever they have to do, then you have to cater to them. And three, my point is on the number two, they should submit a schedule to you that they can work and you work around that period. That's it. Number three, it's real simple, and it's not going to kill your bottom line, okay? Whatever they need as far as that work is concerned, safety-wise, whatever it is, if they're working in the warehouse, whatever, you have the legal obligation to protect them at work, period. You don't like that? I don't care. You will do it under the law because you are not above the law. You will do it the way the people want it, or we, the people, will close you down quicker than you can blink a freaking eye, because we want those people safe. We want those people making a good living. We want those people to have an enjoyable time in your company. And if you look at now here's the other side of that coin. Again, I said if you have happy employees, you'll have a profitable company. And you will. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, compare the numbers. Look at a company where all the people are happy, most of the people are happy, over 75% of the people are happy. Look at the profits of that company, sailing right through the roof. You look at a company that is not treating their employees well, that pay them crap wages, that, they're slaves, basically, is what they are. You look at that, their profits are way down. And don't give me this crap that their prospectus says, well, no, yeah, the profits went up to 2.3% last year. Year to date is 3.7. Don't believe that crap. It's numbers, folks. Companies want their perspective to show 100% increase in profits from year to date. That's the ideal situation that they would love to have. But they can't do that. Why? You have a massive amount of turnover in businesses where employees feel they've been taken advantage of, that they're slaves, they're not getting paid enough, their conditions suck, whatever. And the biggest complaint is this: my company does not help me and does not, allow me the schedule I want. The biggest complaint is the schedule. If a mother or a father can only work from 9 a.m. in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, and then they want to come back from, if they work a night shift or whatever, or if they want to fill in for someone who's sick or whatever, and if they say, hey, I can only work from 9 to 1, but if somebody calls in, you call me in, and I'm fully available. I need to go pick up my kids. I need to start dinner, but I'll come back. I mean, no. If you're willing to work with that employee, Mr. CEO, you've got a company that's going to be successful, because the people make or break your company, not you, because you're working your tail off, and I don't think you deserve the money you make, but those people can make or break that company. You cater to them, your company succeeds. You treat them like crap, your company's not going to succeed. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, well, that's not true in everything. That's not true in all businesses. I agree with you. I'm generalizing in an overview of what I've seen nationally. I don't have any specifics, but specifically, if Walmart makes billions of dollars a year, you can pay your cashiers $15 an hour. Period. Don't like it? I don't give a crap. You pay them a living wage. And it's $25,000, $26,000, whatever. That's what a freaking teacher makes straight out of college with her ECE credits. Hello? Pay them more. You make $1 billion a year, you pay your damn people $15 an hour. Or equivalent to a living wage in that region where your company is. There you go. Look at the cost of living. Look at all that. It's all right there, folks. It's all staring you in the face. But you're sitting there going, well, no. I don't want to hear the excuses, that you make to justify your ignorance on this subject. You pay them a living wage. Now, I know, and I've heard in the last several days, that Seattle, Washington, is the city council there has raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour, right? And I've heard other companies have said, well, if we raise the wages anymore, we're just either going to have to lay people off or shut down the business, because we don't have the income base to pay these people what they want. That's smaller, medium-sized businesses. And companies like McDonald's, who makes, I don't know how much money a year. I don't know their prospectus. I haven't seen it. But they got pissed off, and the word is they're going to put in 7,000 self-serve kiosks in some of their stores. And you just punch it in, pay for it right there at the kiosk. You walk up to the counter, it's right there. So how's that $15 minimum wage hike going for you? How's that minimum wage raise going for you there, McDonald's employees? It's not going to happen there. But then again, they make millions. They can start out their people at $9.50 an hour or $10 an hour and still make a profit. Well, that means that a hamburger is going to be like $6. No, it's not. Folks, lower the prices, more stuff moves, higher, the quicker the profits, the better the store, from what somebody told me years ago. And they put that principle into action. And it worked. If you sell, and I'll tell you what, you have to look at the region. You have to look at the cost of living on an average in the region you live, such as I live in Nevada. Well, you got to look at the region. California, Arizona, Utah, that kind of thing, Oregon, look at the cost of living in the regions of a town. Reno apparently has over 300,000 people in it. I'm not sure. I don't know the population. It's somewhere around there from what I hear. So if you take an average town of 300,000 people or more up to 500,000 people, you look at the cost of living, you examine that, you look at the wages, and you start figuring out these people need a living wage. And the living wage is what? Well, that's what you got to figure out in that region. Is it $15 an hour? Well, if it is, pay these people that. If it's $12.50, pay them that. If it's $11.75, pay them that. Here I live in Reno, Nevada. It's got a bunch of casinos around here. So how, a casino can't say, well, I can't pay my, or a casino is going to tell me I can't pay my, blackjack dealers $11.75 an hour. They get tips, so we have to compensate for that. Well, no, you don't. By the way, why are tips considered income? They're tips. You did something great. There you go. Much better above and beyond your service. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Here's another $1. That shouldn't be considered income. I'm sorry, the IRS needs to get booted. Abolish the IRS and the Federal Reserve. Get them out of there. But anyway, this is what you need to look at. At least that's my opinion. What's yours? Free America Radio at USA.com. Free America Radio at USA.com. We'll come back for the last segment of the show, and you can go to the website, thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com, and get more information there as well. Again, Free America Radio at USA.com is the email. I shall return right after this. Listen to the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com. Local radio with a worldwide connection. The Free America Radio Network. Go to www.freeamericaradio.us. Hey folks, this is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast, and this is the last segment for this particular episode on the 5th of June 2014. How are you? Hey, let me know how you like the show. Email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. Yes, like to know. Go check out Bob Brutus on Waking Up the Masses at wakingupthemasses.com. Go check that show out. Go check out Brian Lang with Live Truth Radio. Yeah, go check that out on wakingupthemasses.com. Also broadcasted on 1610 a.m. in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. So come join me on the Views Express today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Free America Radio Network. Also on wakingupthemasses.com and 1610 a.m. in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. There you go. Yes. So anyway, this show, The Wayne S. Pierce Show, you can contact me through the website at thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com or email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. That's freeamericaradio@usa.com. I asked before, but I'll ask again. I have a little something that I do extra on the Free America Radio Network, and that is a little entertainment. Everybody likes to be entertained, and I'm a fan of old-time radio shows, so I wrote a script to a story I developed, and I would like to have your help on it as well. If you're so inclined to do so, you can go to Eastland Radio Repertory Theater on Free America Radio Network on Spreaker.com and look at what I've done and check some things out there as well. I've got some public domain shows up on there as well from Mercury Theater, which is Orson Welles, the late Orson Welles' early work in the 30s and 40s. And anyway, I am looking for voice actors. So if you are a voice actor, please let me know. Yes, please let me know. Email me at eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. That's eastlandradiofilms@usa.com. I would like to get this recorded and produced and all of that, and you can be a part of that if you would like. And if you're a voice actor or have some ideas or something, or even if you have a group of people that you've developed a radio play, old-time radio type of play that you do, please let me know, and I will definitely, if with your permission, put it on the Eastland Radio Repertory Theater site on Spreaker and also on the website. And email me. I'd like to know. Hey. That would be Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. Eastland Radio Films at USA.com. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you have any other questions, no question is off limits. Please ask. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. You can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. Come check out tomorrow night Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about, usually off the top of our heads, no notes, so it's kind of like flying by the seat of our pants, unscripted, and everybody likes unscripted reality shows, don't they? You'll like this show because we talk about everything under the sun that's going on and get into some certain things. So come join us on the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show. I know that's a lot to remember. Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. You can go to grabbagshow.weebly.com for more information. That's Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker.com and on grabbagshow.weebly.com. I got a lot going on, so, hey, it takes a lot of work to put stuff together for you folks, and I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate your support in not only listening to the show, but also passing it on to your friends and family to let them know about it as well. Please, if you want to donate to get Free America Radio Network to the next level and to support the Wayne S. Pierce Show or any other show on Free America Radio Network, please do. Go to freeamericaradio.us, scroll on down to the bottom of the screen, and you'll see a donate button there. Please donate if you like. If you want to advertise on the Wayne S. Pierce Show, go to thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com and go to the sponsors page, and those are chiseled in stone, folks. It's not going to break your budget, so if you want to support this show and advertise on this show, you can. thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com. And or email me if you have any questions. freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com for any if you have any questions. And in the meantime, folks, come join me tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific, 3 Eastern for the live broadcast of The Wayne S. Pierce Show. Go to thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com, and I shall see you and talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.